Have you ever laid in bed at night, replaying the same moment over and over in your head? Maybe it was a conversation you had earlier that day. Your brain starts asking questions like, did I say something weird? What if they think I'm stupid? What if they're talking about me right now? And before you know it, an hour passes. Then two. You're still thinking about the same thing. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. A lot of people struggle with overthinking. It feels like your brain just refuses to turn off. And the strange part is that many people think overthinking is helpful. They believe thinking more will help them make better decisions. But in reality, overthinking often does the opposite. Instead of helping you move forward, it keeps you stuck. 1. Overthinking keeps you stuck instead of moving forward. Overthinking happens when you keep analyzing something again and again without actually doing anything about it. Your brain keeps searching for the perfect answer, but instead of solving the problem, you stay trapped in the same loop. It's like sitting in a car with the engine running and pressing the gas pedal, but the car is in neutral. Your brain is working hard, but you're not going anywhere. This is why many ideas never become reality. Someone might want to start a YouTube channel, go to the gym, or start a business. But instead of taking the first step, they start asking endless questions. What if I fail? What if people judge me? What if I'm not good enough? Days pass, weeks pass, sometimes even months pass, and the idea never happens. Not because it was impossible, but because thinking replaced action. 2. Overthinking creates problems that don't even exist. One of the biggest problems with overthinking is that it makes small situations feel much bigger than they actually are. Your brain starts imagining scenarios that haven't even happened. For example, you send someone a message. They don't reply for a few hours. Suddenly, your mind starts jumping to conclusions. They're ignoring me. They must be mad at me. I probably said something wrong. But in reality, they might just be busy. Your brain is trying to fill in the missing information, so it creates its own story. And unfortunately, that story is usually the worst possible outcome. This happens because the human brain evolved to constantly look for danger. Thousands of years ago, this helped humans survive. Our ancestors had to constantly think about threats in their environment. But today, most of those dangers are gone. Yet your brain still scans for problems, even when there aren't any. 3. Action is the only way to stop overthinking. The biggest solution to overthinking is surprisingly simple. Take action. Action breaks the cycle of endless thinking. When you start doing something, your brain has less time to stay trapped in the loop. Instead of spending hours thinking about going to the gym, just go. Instead of trying to plan the perfect YouTube video, just upload one. Instead of worrying about what people think, say what you want to say. Because most of the problems you imagine will never actually happen. And even if things don't go perfectly, you'll learn from the experience and move forward. That's how progress works. The next time you catch yourself stuck in your own thoughts, remember this. You don't need to think more, you need to move. Because the people who change their lives aren't the ones who think the most. They're the ones who take action, even when they don't feel completely ready.